Hello, in this video I'll show you how to make delicious and moist gluten-free lemon poppy seed muffins. First, I mix 6 tablespoons of room temperature unsalted butter. I like to mix the butter by itself first to make sure that it's nice and smooth before adding any other ingredients. Then I add in 2/3 cup of granulated sugar. I continue mixing on medium to medium-high speed until the butter and sugar are creamed together. Creaming the butter and sugar together adds air into the muffin batter, which is essential to giving the muffins structure. This is especially important when we're using gluten-free flour because there won't be any gluten to bind the ingredients together. I scrape down the sides of the bowl to make sure that I don't have any butter sticking, and then I'll add in 2 eggs. I add the eggs in one at a time, so I lightly mix everything together after adding in the first egg, and then I'll add in the second egg and cream it with the butter and the sugar. Once both eggs are in, I mix on medium-high for at least 3 minutes. It's important to cream the room temperature eggs with the butter and the sugar before we add any other ingredients because the fats in the egg yolk help emulsify the butter and the sugar together. Emulsifying the eggs, butter, and sugars together is what allows all of the air that we whipped into the butter to stay while we bake the muffins. This step is essential to creating a fluffy muffin. While the eggs, butter, and sugar are creaming together, I zest 1 lemon. I prefer to use fresh lemon zest as opposed to dry lemon zest because it gives such a brighter, more citrusy flavor. Once the butter, sugar, and eggs are fully creamed together, I add in a rounded half cup of sour cream. This is essentially a half cup that I didn't level flat. Then I add in the zest from 1 lemon and the juice from 1 lemon. It's best to use fresh lemon juice for this recipe. This is because lemons contain limanoate A-ring lactone, which is a compound found in the cells. When you juice the lemon, this compound reacts with the juices to form laminin, which is a bitter substance. The longer that the lemon juice sits out before being diluted with your batter, the more laminin and bitterness will form in the recipe. Then I mix all of this together on medium speed until just incorporated. Then I add in 1/2 cup or 220 grams of gluten-free flour. I prefer to use Bob Red Mill gluten-free 1-to-1 baking mix. Then I add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and mix on medium speed until incorporated. The batter should be pretty sticky and wet at this point. I scrape down the sides to make sure that nothing is stuck to the bowl, and then I add in 2 tablespoons or 6 teaspoons of poppy seeds. Then I mix again on medium speed until incorporated. I fill my muffin tray with liners, and then fill each of the liners 2/3 to 3/4 of the way full. I'm using a large size cupcake scoop to make sure that I'm getting the same amount of batter in each of the liners. Then I bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 24 minutes or until the internal temperature reads 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Take the muffins out of the pan shortly after they finish baking so that they don't continue baking and end up over baking while sitting in the hot pan. I like to place them on a wire rack to cool. Then remove the paper liner and enjoy. These muffins are so delicious, tender, and fluffy. If you want, you can top them with a simple glaze of powdered sugar and milk, or just eat them plain. Thanks for watching this video on how to make gluten-free lemon poppy seed muffins. Post any questions down below, and as always, like and subscribe to see more content.